I want to talk to you about buydowns. And why are we talking about buydowns? Because in this environment, some homes are starting to sit on the market and the buyers want a deal and the sellers they're not ready to bring down the price given what we've seen in the last 2 years. So I'm just going to go through a quick scenario for you. We can see there on the left, there's if we don't do a buy down, so no buy down, but price reduction versus a buy down on the right. So if we look arbitrarily, I picked some interest rates, but if the price of the home is $550 and we look at, there are two scenarios. The first is where the buyer doesn't qualify at the higher price. So at $550, if they're putting 5% down, if we look down here, their DTI is 54%. So they would need some type of price reduction in order to qualify. So in order to qualify with this buyer, we'd have to go down $45,000 to $505, and they could purchase the home and get into that new home. If we're looking though at a buyer that qualifies at the $550 but just doesn't want to pay that and is expecting a deal, now we have either a permanent buy down or a 2-to-1 buy down. And I like the 2-to-1 buy down because if basically you put the money into an escrow account, in this case $13,700 that the seller would put into the account, and then we decrease the rate of the mortgage in the first year by 2 points or 2%. So instead of getting a 6.625, the buyer is getting a 4.625, which in this environment, people are really excited about. The second year, they would get a 1 point reduction, and so their rate would be 5.625%. And then in the third year, it would go back to normal. So people are really excited about the 2-to-1 buy downs because they're used to the rates of 2020, 21, and they don't want to pay 6.5% or 7% for a mortgage. The other option is to do a permanent buy down where you take the same seller credit of $13,700 and you just buy down the rate over the 30 years of the loan or the 15 years of the loan. The issue with that is the decrease in the points is less. So you're not going to get a 2% or 1%. You'll get much less than that, but you get it over the entire life of the loan. So for me, if I have a home that's sitting on the market right now, and I know the environment where people want lower rates because they're used to them, and they know that it is a buyer's market, I'm going to market a 2-to-1 buy down, and so people feel like they have a lower rate and they're getting a good deal. And for the seller, you don't have to decrease the price as much as you would in the first scenario that we looked at.